Hello guys, I am back with another video, and this is going to be pertaining to just my life, kind of trying to give you guys like a backdrop of my life. I'm on the road right now, and I just, had some things I just want to share with you guys. And if you're new to my channel, please subscribe below, and I have more videos to come. Let's see. So, I want to get into this. It's a touchy subject, but I lost my virginity at 12. Yes, guys. I lost my virginity at 12 to an 18-year-old. And at that time, I don't know if you guys or women, if you've ever been like in kind of like a situation where like you don't feel worthy, or you don't feel attractive, or you don't feel like, what's the best word for it, like your self-esteem is not what it should be. So this is pretty much one of those situations like that. Like, I had low self-esteem, and so this guy came along and was just like, oh, you're so beautiful and I love you, and giving me all of these things that I wanted to hear. And I'm young, so I'm just turning 12 years old, and it was just like, oh, this guy, he's older, he likes me, he's giving me some attention. Oh my God, like, it felt good. And in return, of course, I had sex with him, and continuously. And he was living in our house and all of this stuff, and my parents, they found out eventually, and he had to go to jail, of course, because it was considered statutory rape. And at that time, I was still trying to lie, like, oh, no, it wasn't him, just trying to save face for him. And, yeah, like that really was a traumatic time in my life, because I felt like he loved me, but at the end of the day, like, he just wanted what he wanted, you know what I mean? And it kind of took a piece of me, I was depressed. And then, of course, everybody at school found out about it, and they were talking about me, calling me a hoe, saying I'm this, that, and the third. And it's like, well, if I'm a hoe, I just lost my virginity, so how is that considered a hoe? I don't know. But at the end of the day, like, I got over that. And it was another situation that happened when I was 14. And, like, I guess, like, when I went to therapy and stuff like that, they were always saying, like, the person that hurt you is normally the person that you're attracted to. So for a while, I was like attracted to older guys, and just kind of, being attracted to guys that were in a relationship or whatever the case may be. And I just had to get delivered, like, honestly, like, from that, because I fell into the situation when I was 18. I was dating like a 35-year-old. He was a good dude. Now let's make that clear. He was a very good dude, but because I was still broken and I hadn't had time to heal, it wasn't good. It was toxic for me, and it was toxic for him. So we ended up breaking up, and it was heartbreaking as well, because I really loved him. And of course, like I said, that like I wasn't completely healed, so I couldn't really love him and appreciate what he was doing at the time, because I was literally like messed up, like, you know what I mean? So I just want to come and just share that piece of my life, because I don't know of any young girls out there that's struggling with that, or a situation that happened with you guys, or anything like that. Like, I just want to come and just bring some encouragement to you guys that you will get through it. Like, I'm married now, happily married, going on 3 years, and I have almost 2-year-old. He'll be 2 next month, and I have a stepson that's 9. So I'm just happy and living life. So if you're going through this type of situation and you feel like, oh, I'm depressed, or, just, like kind of like you can't make it through, just know that you will get through it. Like, it's just a part of life. It's just a learning experience, and God is gonna see you through. God is gonna see you through, and you will be okay. Like, and look at me, I am okay, you know. And another thing about that story is that the guy that actually, you know, that I was with at the time, he actually wrote me and apologized to me, and told me like he was sorry. This was, you know, years later. I was probably around 22, maybe 22 years old or whatever. And like almost 10 years later, this guy sends me an email, or actually writes me on Facebook and apologizes to me. And I really appreciate and respect him for that, because, you know, that was healing for him and it was healing for me, you know what I mean? So I just appreciate everything that I've been through in my life, and I know that everything happens for a reason. And the reason I went through that is so that I can encourage somebody else that may be going through the same situation, you know what I mean? And to say, you know what, you're not alone in this thing. And, you know, I know you may feel like you're alone, but you're not. And God always has you. And that's the bulk of the video, and that's the whole point of this video, is to say that God got you, and just keep pushing, guys. You're beautiful, you're loved, and you don't ever have to settle or give yourself to somebody just because they say you are beautiful. You first have to learn that for yourself, and you first have to know that for yourself. And then whenever someone else comes along, it's just kind of like a thank you. You know, I already know, but thank you. You know what I mean? Man, I just had to get it off my chest, you guys. I have more videos to come. Bye.